Okay, I've got more. This is exciting. So welcome back to part 3 of the spine corrector. I'm going to do a little bit more in your feet for this section. So really about footwork, hip, kind of mobility, all that amazing thing, and spine mobility, but in a bit more standing, but using this for support. Amazing piece of equipment for all of like yoga practice as well as Pilates practice, on just to kind of move on and stretch out. So we're going to start in facing, we'll start on the top actually, facing this way, and just come and have your feet grounded into your mat, hands resting on your knees, and just bring, I'm all with you, bring your rib cage head over your pelvis. Just come into a little bit of breathing, so breathing in, noticing chest and our abdominals expand, and breathing out. And just do that a few times, yeah, breathing in and breathing out. Couple more there. Good. And you're going to take yourself back, and one leg is going to go kind of out a little bit, and I want you to focus a little bit more on this leg. So you're just going to let the knee move in and out. In fact, you can do both actually, as though you're in a squat, but you're not, you're seated. And use your feet and use your legs to just move around the arc a little bit, just to warm up in the hips. Yeah, and I'm kind of perched on one sitting bone, so one of my sitting bones is getting a nice massage, kind of get centre, and I'm kind of purposely kind of moving around it. You can do some circular movements around your sitting bone and allow your legs to kind of move around as you go. I'm going to do a few more where it's more leg focus, leg lead in to free up through the hips, and then just bring the feet back. I'm going to swap that to the other side, so I'm kind of on that sitting bone, and I'm just going to allow the legs to move out and in. So I'm doing internal and external kind of movements, keeping a little bit of support with my hands here, not too much weight bearing to be going on, and I can feel myself just rolling over my sitting bone, and then be more sitting bone focused. So come around and kind of circle and massage the tissue that's around the sitting bone. So if you've got any scar tissue, any tightness, if you have any falls or pulls, then this is going to be really, really helpful. And come through that. Nice job. Come around this way now and have your legs back, and your dorsiflexion might be better than mine, and have your hands resting just in front. So I'm going to reach my heels back and just let my bottom lift up and come back down. And I am letting myself tilt forward a little bit and then coming down. And the way I'm doing it, I'm leading with my heels and arches, reaching them down and delaying myself coming up. And then to come back down, I'm letting my shins fall forward, and I just come back down. Yeah, it's really kind of important to know where to lead from. So think about your arches, think about your foot lengthening to bring you up, and then think about your shins falling forward to come down. And you can start to progress that so that you might come all the way up, and then shins fall forward, and you just come and sit yourself back down. And use your hands, you're doing like external rotation at the moment. Just a little bit externally rotated with your lower limbs. You're going to breathe in and come down. Breathe out as you stand. Breathe in, shins fall forward. Sitting bones widen as you come down. Breathe out as you come up. One more there, breathe in, shins fall forward, my ankles are wobbly there, and come down here. And then from there, now tuck your toes under in that fashion to there, and just let your feet have a little bit of a stretch. You're just going to rock forwards and backwards on your sitting bones, just to give a little bit of release and stretch into the kind of the fascia of the pelvis and tissue to bring balance here. So you're just rolling the pelvis forwards and backwards, and then just like you're going for a little walk, just place the weight into one sitting bone and then the other, and notice that your legs kind of can spiral around the spine corrector a little bit, and just let your body move kind of with that. Nice job. And then come back up and come and have one knee gently resting on the top. Don't forget, we feel what we feel. So if that is too much for that kneecap, just pad it out and put a cushion on there. The other leg is snuggled in, and I'm going to reach the arm up to pull up and lengthen through there. And then just, it's almost like I want to stick my bottom out as I go back down. So reach the arm, you can use this hand for a bit of support, find the length up through there, and then stick your bottom out and come back down. Inhale and exhale. Toes tucked under at the back, inhale. So this is kind of your choice here. You stay here if you want to, or next time you go, just reach the heel back and then fold back in. So you reach the heel back, inhale, and then fold the knee in and stick the bottom wider back so we're not tucking the pelvis. Yeah, really important little detail there. So a heel and arch lead the way. It's like your toes get long as well. And then roll the thigh bone back into the socket. Come and rest the hands on top. So we're going to do that again this time, but reach and straighten through the front leg as well. And then bend and stick your bottom out. So one foot, this toes are reaching forward as my heel reaches back. And you might not get all the way up with your leg. So I'm not going to get all the way straight with both legs, because I want to try and keep those natural curves of my spine. And just teasing out, and then stay hovering and just straighten the front leg, straighten the back leg, straighten the front leg, straighten the back leg, and your hands are supported, but I am really in my feet. And I want to feel that my legs are like bow and arrow, so the inside of my knee reaches forward equally to the heel reaching back on that phase, and then the back of the knee pulls forward equally to reaching the toes forward on this phase. So I really feel like the scissoring of my legs, inner seams getting long. Couple more there. And then come, we've got to remember that all on the other side. So snuggle over a little bit, tuck the leg in and rest the knee in, toes tucked under, and find that lovely alignment here. So I'm going to rest this hand here, reach this arm forward and lift and get long as I inhale, and then exhale and stick my bottom out. Inhale, standing to both feet a little bit. Take the weight out of the knee. It's not a kind of a down movement, it's a real up movement. My intention is that I would come and stand up. Inhale and exhale. Really send the thigh bone back. Feel that sitting bone coming away from your tailbone. Inhale. If you want to, just reach that heel back at the end. And then bend the knee first, let the knee fall forward, and then seat the thigh bone in the hip. Reach the arch of the foot, the heel back to lift you up. Inhale. Let the knee fall forward with ease. And send your sit bones wide, your bottom back. One more, inhale. Now both hands come on top of the box, collarbones are wide and arms are in the socket, and really find the full length of your spine. We're going to go again, we're going to reach the heel back, and then we're going to send the toes forward as you bend and widen and reach the heel back. So you've got this lovely movement, gliding forward and back and teasing out that lovely movement through the length of your leg. I'm going to do the one I did before last. I just remembered on this one now. I'm sure you've noticed. Breathe in and breathe out. It doesn't matter that we're going to do it in a different order. And then we're going to go just back here and come up and come in. Reach back and draw in. And it's like each time I bend that knee, it's like my bottom just blows up a little bit more, and that my left kind of thigh bone just goes back into the pelvis a little bit deeper. One more, inhale and exhale. And then come and rest down into here. Well done, nice job. So come on around and come and sit on the end of here now. And have your heels, can you see I've got my heels propped up a little bit. You might not need to, if you've got really good flexion in your ankles, then you might not need to do this, or you can use our wedges as well, they're great in this kind of exercise. So I'm going to reach my arms back, press my heels in, and just see if I could come, and it's like I'm going to dive and come into a bit of a roll down. Lifting up my waist to the ceiling, not trying to be flat. I'm trying to create space away from my legs with the front of my body. I'm then going to reach my knees through and delay me coming down, so I feel a nice stretch as I come back through. And then I'm going to unravel and come all the way out of that, yeah? And then I might sneak my toes, slippy like on again, a little bit further forward. And I'm going to go again. I'm going to reach the arches of the feet down and the heels back, let my head dive to come around. And I'm kind of pushing back and away, not too much, because you keep going forward with the roll. I've got to be really sinking in or reaching with my feet and reaching with my arms, and I blow up like a parachute. Then the knees come forward, I delay me coming down. We call this a bit like gymnast on the reformer. It's a good prep to practice gymnast at home. Unwind and lengthen up. We're going to carry on into a little sequence. So I'm on my sitting bones. I'm going to reach and extend my arms back. Can you see how my collarbones went back with it to here? I'm going to bend my elbows wide. And as I straighten my arms, I'm going to stand into my feet and reach my knees forward, yeah? Your heels at this stage may be flat. And then I'm going to come back down. I've got 3. Reach the knees, straighten the arms, and come back down. Really prise and pull the collarbones back each time. So it's like you go forward and your arms go back. So reach the knees forward. As your bottom comes down, collarbones smile wide, and you glide forward. Bring the arms around and dive into the water to here. Reach the heels and dive around. There you go, I'm off my roller now. Teased it out of my body. Weight in the toes, reach the arms back. Draw the heels forward and around. Circle the arms back as you unravel. Reach for the heart. Standing to the feet. Send the knees forward. Delay your pelvis coming down. Stay up. I'm not sinking down into my arms. And prise your collarbones back. You've got to glide forward or else you miss your roller. All the way up
Dive into the pool, let the rib cage circle around. Send the heels down as you dive around and forward. I'm pushing back with me arms, Sheffield for you. Lifting up, feeling that full stretch. Bring the knees forward, delay, 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 and come down and unravel and come all the way up. We've got a little bit more. I love this sequence. I'm going to sneak my heels back a little bit more again. My arms go forward. I reach my heels, oops, got a bit too much, you'll know. I reach my heels down to stand up. I'm going to circle around and I'm going to squat back down. You might need to reach and just check that you're not going to miss a few times. I've done this a lot, so I know where it is. She says I'm going to miss now. So reach the heels down to come up. Take your arms here, that's probably better. Let your shins just naturally fall forward and your bottom go back to take you onto here. Yeah, so we're going to add all that together. Yeah, so hands are here. You're going to dive forward first. So hands stay here, let the head drop and look down and dive forward into the pool. Send the spine corrector away from you to let your head drop. Expand through the tissue, reach the feet through the floor, the arms back into the spine corrector. Arms are in their sockets to find that lovely space. Draw the knees forward, delay, 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 delay. Breathe, she says. Bottom comes on, unravel up through your front, really fill up through your front. Knees together, find them connections. Arms in the sockets, expand and reach back for as far back as you comfortably can. So I'm going to send the arc down, my pelvis hovers, reach my knees forward and away and let my chest lift. So as I let myself come forward and back down, I reach my collarbones wide and back, rib cage in the bottom, try not to stick it out. Circle the arms around and forward. We're standing up. I'm going to reach my heels down to come up. Allow my shins to softly fall forward to come back down. One more. Let the head dive, reach the heels back and over. Breathe into that stretch. Knees roll forward, delay everything. Kind of being pulled with the inside of your knees. Unravel up through your front. Eye line on the horizon, find those sitting bones. Reach around, connect to the arc. You've got a little bit more now, even wider. Good break. Standing to the arms, send the thigh bones forward, find length in the front of your body. Let your feet lengthen back to bring you back forward. And as I come down, I'm gliding through my arms like I'm on a travelator. Perched, I circle around, grand folle. Send the heels down, oh, so much easier to come up, tra-la-la. Awesome. Oh my God, I feel good. How good does that feel here now? Wood-to-do, slinky hips, go for a run, go for a walk. That's amazing. I love that class, if I do say so myself. Enjoy, do it over and over again, and you'll feel strong, you'll feel good. You can really feel you've like woken up the tissue of your body, and really go with the detail that I'm throwing your way. Experiment with it, drink it up, and just go, what does that mean to move from there? Because I'm teaching you to move your anatomy well, anatomy and motion. So we're working through slings, we're working through some really well thought through, if I do say so myself, sequences that are going to get you feeling amazing and moving like never before. Enjoy. Well done for coming and doing this class. I hope you feel as good and inspired as I do now, and I'll see you back in here real soon.